Hola, and welcome back to the podcast, Why Hormones Make Me a Nutcase.
Hola. I tried to sit down so quietly then, but...
We're still on the creaky sofas. If you listen to the last few episodes, you would understand. So, today we're going to be talking about letting go of guilt and shame around weight and healthy habits, and how you can actually do this, how you can actually achieve this.
Because I think this is a massive sticking point for the majority of people.
100%.
There's so much guilt, so much shame, like, around whether you do something or whether you don't do something.
Yeah.
And, like, it definitely controls people.
100%. I think it's almost taught, isn't it, by society. You hear it all the time. You should be doing this. You should be doing this. Don't let yourself off the hook. And then that creates that kind of guilt and shame of when you don't do something, you then just beat yourself up endlessly for it.
Yeah, like how many people have you had that are like, oh my God, I haven't done a workout this week and I feel guilty.
Yeah.
Or, I was trying to think of an example the other way around. Like, yeah, well, I hear that one a lot. I've been thinking about doing this workout all week and I haven't done it and now I feel bad.
Or I went out and I couldn't restrain myself and ended up having my favourite, like a slice of my favourite cake.
Yeah.
And then there's that huge shame around the fact that you've eaten a slice of cake.
Yeah. Oh, I just had a chocolate bar whilst I was watching a film and now I feel guilty.
Yeah.
Like, we shouldn't feel guilty for like anything we do, don't do, eat, don't eat.
No. Definitely not. But diet culture has definitely installed that in us, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That we shouldn't eat that bad foods that we don't like to say, but, as diet culture says.
Yeah.
So I suppose one thing is guilt and shame are learned. It's not actual personal failures. Interesting thing, many people don't struggle with discipline. They struggle with self-trust, not actually believing in themselves.
Yeah. And that's the thing, isn't it? Like, if you've got a jar of cookies, you're probably sat there with that voice in your head going, go on, have a cookie.
Yeah.
And the reason you probably eat them all is because you don't trust yourself. So
Mm.
you just want to get rid of it because you don't trust yourself. Like, if I just get rid of all these, it'll be fine. I'll be all right. Whereas actually, if you start trusting yourself, you probably could just have a couple.
Yeah.
And then leave it for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Or however long.
Yeah.
But because you don't trust yourself with that in your presence, I suppose, like, you feel like you need to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And why is that? Because you think they're bad foods? Because you think that they're unhealthy? Like, figure out what that is.
Yeah. Because if you have that guilt and shame linked to eating them, but they're kind of there tempting you, it's that kind of like, you're in that horrible limbo feeling of like, what should I do?
Yeah.
Whereas actually, if you remove that guilt and shame and you say, I'm allowed to have the biscuits or cookies, and you have one or you have two of an evening, that's fine.
It's not going to be a detriment to your health. It's not going to be a detriment to your like goals that you might be seeking. Like, you can have that.
Yeah.
If you ate like 2-3 apples, you wouldn't go, oh no, I feel really guilty.
No.
You'd be like, oh my God, look at me go. I've eaten 2 apples, 3 apples. But if you eat loads of apples, that's still not good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. You can eat too much of the healthy stuff.
Yeah.
And the highly nutritious foods.
Absolutely. Sure. Someone went to me once, like, oh, like, if I eat 2,000 calories of carrots, I won't put on weight like if I ate 2,000 calories of chocolate. And I just looked at them like, well, it's still 2,000 calories.
Yeah.
Like, so you potentially are going to put on weight. Like, and both of them are, yes, the carrots are like more nutritionally dense, but it's still not great for you just eating carrots.
No, because you're only getting like
10 orange.
Well, yeah, you're only getting one, lot of like micronutrients and stuff, but you're not getting the macronutrients, like you're not getting everything the body needs.
No, you need an overall rounded diet, like with different things in it, for it to be healthy, I suppose.
Yeah, and like cookies and things like that can be included within that.
Yeah, well, like healthier people. Can I say that? I don't know. That like have a mix.
100%.
Because it's good for the brain, it's good for the soul to mix it in with like having the less nutritious and the nutritious. If you're one end of the spectrum or the other end of the spectrum, you're probably in some sort of danger zone, because you're almost you're like cutting out too much of the not so nutritious foods, and you're restricting yourself to only healthier foods. But then potentially it's going to make you binge later on down the line.
Yeah.
And the same, if you're eating like all the less healthy foods, you're going to feel like rubbish, and you're going to need some of the nutrients from the other. It's, you know, somewhere in the middle.
Definitely. I started following this nutrition scientist, I think she is. The other day, she popped up on social media, and when she talks about like balancing her plate, she talks about getting your protein, your veg, your carbs, your fibre, your healthy fats, etc. And then she goes, and the joy. And I like that. I was like, that's really nice. Like, you've got to have some joy in there as well.
Yeah.
Because if you're making that balanced plate, but you don't want to eat it and it's not enjoyable to you, what's the point?
You're going to hate the process.
Exactly.
And you're probably not going to get to your goals.
No. And it's like me and you this week, yes, when we've been out of it because we were away, but like we've been having pretty healthy breakfast, lunches and dinners. And then we're having like a bit of ice cream and some cookies for dinner. Not for dinner, for dessert.
Yeah.
And there's no guilt, there's no shame around that. It's just...
There's excitement, because it's ice cream.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, there's a place for everything, and you've got to have joy. Got to have joy in your meals. Absolutely.
You just got to have joy in life, otherwise what's the freaking point?
Exactly.
Like, you might as well go shut yourself in a room and I don't know. Not enjoy yourself. Like, no, not here for that.
Definitely.
Absolutely not. And there's a difference between like guilt and shame. So when you're like guilty, you'll be saying like, I did something wrong, because that's focusing on the behavior of something. Yeah. Whereas when you're shameful, you're like, I am wrong. So it's more about your identity rather than the behavior that you committed. That sounds a bit. The behavior
the crime you committed.
The behavior you carried out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, you get my drift.
Yeah.
So thinking about...
Yeah, because you're like, I feel guilty for eating that biscuit.
Yeah.
Whereas the shame is like, I am a bad person because I eat the biscuits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And like looking at this can like be a massive like game changer, because guilt can lead to adjustment, whereas like shame leads to like self-sabotage and quitting and giving up because you think it's you that's the problem. When it's not, it's just the behaviour, and behaviours can be changed.
Yeah, of course they can. Absolutely.
And as soon as, like, I've had a few clients that go around and self-sabotage and things like, why do I do this? Why do I do this? Probably the way you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
And how you view yourself.
Yeah.
Rather than how you view what you've just done.
Yeah. You're believing that what you're doing and who you are as a person is a bad person, and you have really so low self-worth, and maybe you don't believe that you can make a change. You just believe that solely you are not good enough, essentially.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the guilt is like, yeah, I made a mistake by doing that.
And you can learn from them.
Absolutely. We all make mistakes. Make mistakes every single day.
Absolutely. Like the other week at football training, I know it's not to do with food or whatever, but like he explained how to do this drill and I royally fucked it up. And everyone laughed at me. And I was like, hey, if I didn't make that mistake, I wouldn't have now got it right?
Yeah.
Because I had no idea what he's saying. He was facing the other way. I couldn't really hear him, to be honest. And I thought I had to shoot, and I wasn't allowed to shoot. I just had to pass it back for someone else to shoot.
Yeah.
But I turned and shot, and they were like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, but again, if I had not made that mistake, then, you know, I might not have done it right ever. Like,
yeah.
But I always say that. When I make a mistake, I'm like, okay, well, I've learned from that now. Whereas if you don't, you never really learn that much more.
No, and it is really easy. Like, I'm definitely someone that goes a lot to shame, and it's something that I've been working on. But it is hard because I think building obviously a business is really hard, just to put it like, to relate, I suppose, in a way. And a lot of the times you do make mistakes doing things, and there's so much stuff to learn. But it is easy to quickly go, well, I just can't do this. I'm not good enough for this, and that's that shame that comes in of like, you know, I'm never going to make it work. I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
Like, so it's the same kind of
And
concept.
where does that come from? Like, you know, where does that self-worth or self-doubt, where does all of that come from? Like, is it something in your childhood? Were you brought up a certain way? Did your parents always say something to you that you probably don't realise that they said?
100%. But was it something at school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a teacher that always said something to you?
Yeah. It's worth thinking about to see where that comes from. Because when you know the stem of it, sometimes it makes it easier to, I suppose, forgive yourself because it wasn't necessarily you that put that on you.
Yes.
It was someone else.
Definitely.
So when you do something or when you want to give up or when you don't want to quit and stuff, just think to yourself, like, is this my behaviour or is it actually my worth as a person?
Yeah.
And then you can figure it out from there, because if it's a behaviour, like I said, you can change it. It will take time because you're used to doing that a certain way, but eventually the guilt, the shame, all of that will either be less or non-existent.
And I think you've got to kind of separate the two. But I also think when you start looking at things, like when I start looking at things like, oh, you know, maybe if I send a text message, maybe it's someone's not responded, and then I automatically think, oh, it's me, something wrong with me. And it's like, no, that's just maybe the message needs to be reworded slightly differently. And I can grow from that and I can change it next time and try something else. It's the same thing if you're thinking about trying to lose weight and it's like, okay, I got really bored there and I went and got 10 biscuits. That doesn't mean that as a person I'm an awful person. It means maybe, okay, let's reflect on that. Why has that happened? Okay, I made a little bit of a mistake there, or I'm learning from this behaviour. I did that because I was bored. What can I think about, or what can I do next time to try and change that behaviour? Maybe I'll put a few things in place that helps me when I feel bored rather than reaching for the food. So it's like reflecting, looking back at your behaviour, think about what you can do next time, rather than automatically think, well, I've had 10 biscuits now, I'm a useless piece of beep, and, you know, like thinking it that way.
Yeah, and it's pointless. So, like, definitely reflect on what you're doing because you can change.
Yeah. I think also having compassion, that's something I've definitely been working on as well, is like being self-compassionate, because there are going to be times where you do make mistakes or you don't do exactly what you wanted to do, and beating yourself up constantly is not going to change what's happened.
No, that's not going to get you anywhere.
You're just going to sit in a hole of dark thoughts and feel awful about yourself. And trust me, I've been there, so I know what that feels like. But you can't change it. So why don't you look back on it and go, okay, what has happened? Like I said, what has happened there? How can I do things maybe a little bit differently? Doesn't mean you don't hold yourself accountable. Doesn't mean just letting yourself off the hook all the time. We've still got to grow, we've got to learn. Because if you just keep saying, oh, well, that happened, never mind, and then you just keep doing it over and over again, obviously you're not taking anything away from there or get anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's looking back at a kind way and say, okay, I had a really tough day there. X, Y, and Z happened. I was feeling really low and I really need something for comfort, and I just really wanted those cookies. That's okay. That's what I needed at that moment. But what can I do next time differently? What can I do? Maybe I'm going to ring a family member or my best friend and just go, oh, can you just have a quick chat with me? I just need a little bit of a lift or something like that. Like, just have that something else in place to be able to do. Yeah, I'll just try to thought, but I think that covered it.
Yeah, definitely. And like I've had, I've got a client who, as soon as things become overwhelming, she gets stressed, things get on top of her, she stops eating, which is quite a natural response to stress. Like, people go one way or the other.
Yeah.
And it's taken, she's been training me for like 5 years, but it's probably taken at least 3 of those years to finally switch the mindset of, you still need to eat.
Yeah.
Like, and to make it like, she didn't like eating breakfast, but now she does more so, not fully, but she's getting better at it because it's something you can train yourself in. Again, will take a while, but like this time, like one of the last times that she got really stressed, she just didn't eat, and I'm like, right, no, we need to have something.
Yeah.
And now she's like, okay, I've been so super stressed, but I'm so proud of myself because I've still eaten. And I'm like, yeah, like we're making progress.
Yeah.
But this wasn't a quick fix.
No.
This wasn't a quick turnaround.
Like you say, 3 years.
Yeah. And
sometimes it takes a really long time for things to click.
It can. And that is okay.
Yeah, that is okay. It's better off to take 3 years than to just give up and then never try and then never do it.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely. There's things that we've done that take years and years and years and years. And then one day it just clicks and you go, oh my God, why didn't I do that before? Oh my God, I can do that now. Like, yes. But it's the consistency of even if you feel like you've fallen off track, there's me doing the little finger things either side of that, because it's not a thing. Like, it's getting back to it as soon as you can. Being more consistent. Like, you're going to have periods where things don't go right. You think of when you come here, right, to Cape Verde, right? The shops are not the same. They don't sell the same food. The gym's not the same. Like, but it's like, right, how can we adapt this? Like, there's literally 2 pans to cook in this whole apartment that's massive, but
no toaster,
there's no toaster. Exactly. Like, so you're like, oh my gosh, like I have to change my whole routine.
Yeah.
What can I do? All right. Well, it doesn't matter if I don't have coffee. I can scrap that. Yeah. Like, okay, can we cook eggs in a small pan, whatever? Yep. Okay, we can do that. Like,
don't get me wrong, there was a huge breakdown before all of this. Adapting. We're going to be truthful here. From my side.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you had the breakdown for me. It's fine.
But it's fine. We're 3 weeks, I'm 3 weeks in and we're doing okay.
Yeah. But the thing is, the breakdown still happened. The things are still out of routine. You still don't have all the things that we need here. Like,
but you didn't quit.
You didn't quit. You haven't given up. You didn't just get on a flight home and go, fuck this, I'm not doing it.
I was thoughts of it.
You didn't do it. And you've adapted.
Yeah.
And you're making it work.
Yeah. It's not ideal. It's not even that actually not ideal, because we've had some pretty decent like meals once we've been here. Yeah. It's fine, like, but it's not how we necessarily live at home.
And it's not how you planned it would go.
Not how planned it would
go.
In
your head before you turn up here, you've got all the appliances you need.
Yeah,
you have all the Wi-Fi that works until you get here and go, oh shit, none of this works. I haven't got any appliances. Right.
Yeah.
But still, just because things don't go the way you plan doesn't mean, one, you just hoy it and you go, no, I'm not going to do this. You go, how can I adapt this?
Exactly.
Like,
adapting, you can have the breakdown first, trust me. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And then we've got to learn to adapt. Yeah. And that is succeeding. If you have the breakdown and then you just decide to quit, that's not good.
No, it's not. Absolutely. So it's like thinking of things like, what's one action I can do today? Like, what can I change slightly if I need to? Yeah. Like, don't think, oh my God, I've messed up, I've screwed up, I can't make this right. Because there will be something you can do. She's stuck to the sofa. So, like, what can you do that's going to put you one step ahead of the game or one step further in the right direction that you need to do? Don't think about the next 20 steps. Think of the first one.
Oh, 100%. Because if you think about the next 20 steps, you're probably going to give up there and then.
Yeah. I mean, the thought of all the things that we have to do and people have to do at work, and you think, oh my God, I've got all this shit to do. If I start thinking about that, I think, that's too overwhelming, I'm not doing any of it. No. Quite, as soon as things get too much, I'm like, no, well, I'm not doing any.
Yeah.
But if someone tells me to do one thing, I'm I can do that one thing. Cool, thank you. Let me tick that off a list. Now I feel productive and I'll do the next thing.
That's what I do, like, now is, sometimes I still get that, like, overwhelm, like, paralysis, but I was like, what do I actually 100% need to get done right now, today? Mm-hmm. That plan, that portion control stuff, that needs to go over to my new client. Like, that is priority. So I'm going to spend the next hour completing that. Like, other stuff is not like a priority. So I'm going to start with that and then I'll go from there.
Yeah. So that could be for you if you're looking at your nutrition. You could be like, right, my priority today is to get in 2 bits of fruit.
Yeah.
That's it. Doesn't matter about the rest of your meals.
Yeah.
2 bits of fruit.
Yeah.
If it's movement, my priority today is to go for 1 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
That's it. Don't, again, like we said in other podcasts, don't make it too overwhelming. If you start going, I'm going to get 3 1-hour walks in, you ain't going to do it. Mm-hmm. Whereas you do your 10 minutes and it might be longer than that because you start walking, you go, oh, actually, I'm enjoying this. This is great.
Yeah.
But minimum 10 minutes, your non-negotiable that you're going to do.
Yeah.
you're going to be one step closer to being where you want to be.
Yeah.
And you're going to feel less guilt, shame, whatever it is you feel, because you've set it as a minimum.
Yeah.
If you do more than that, then fantastic. But if, we've said this before, people come in and you're like, how many workouts do you think you can do this week? Oh, 5. Are you sure?
Are you actually going to be able to do that?
Because I think you've been doing nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 2. See how you get on with 2. If you manage to, then I'll give you a 3rd one, and we'll go from there. Be consistent for a good couple of months, and then we'll add another.
Definitely. And I think it's really important as well to celebrate those wins.
Massive.
Like sometimes, you know, the people that are in that kind of guilt, shame cycle, because when you do check-ins and they say there's no wins this week, but then you actually have a chat with them and they go, well, I did do walking every day, and I did eat my breakfast and lunch every day, which was really healthy, and I did actually get to sleep for 6-7 hours a night. But like, well, that's just normal. You're like, but that's consistency. So that is a massive win that you're sticking to this. Like all those things that you're doing consistently, whether you know, however long you've been doing them, is still great. That's still a win that you're sticking to that plan.
Yeah.
So like any little win, celebrate it. Be proud of yourself for achieving it, because it all matters at the end of the day.
And it all adds up.
Yeah.
Like you say, we were like, when we went to Spain last year, I was just happy I said hello to someone, like in Spanish. I was like, yes, this is my win today. I said hello to the person behind the counter, or like, even if they said something to you and you couldn't respond, but I knew what they were saying, I was like, okay. I said, yes, thank you, or something.
Yeah.
Like, they were small things, but it made you feel like, yes, this is great. Like,
keeps you going, doesn't it? I think it keeps that motivation up when you, because it's just noticing the positive things in your life, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And that helps with your mindset. That helps to kind of keep you on track with things.
Because the motivation's not going to be there forever. It's the consistency that takes over.
Yeah.
Like, so if you can, even if you don't feel motivated and you do something, that's a massive win.
Yeah.
And it's remembering those wins that, keep pushing you forward. Definitely.
And if you had a really tough day, maybe everything didn't go the way you wanted to, but you still managed to drink your water, celebrate that. I had a really tough day today, but I still drank my 2 litres of water. Amazing. Yeah, absolutely. No win is too small. No win is too small. Definitely not. Even if you got through the day, you got up, you got through the day, you survived and you went to bed. That could be your win for the day. It could be, because sometimes we're not all working at 100% 24/7. No. Like, your 40% might be your 100% for that day. Yeah. You might have had the worst night's sleep and actually just getting through work and eating your dinner and going to bed might be your 100%, and that's all you've got to give. Yeah. Like when I had that little breakdown, actually just calming my nervous system and getting through that day was my big success for that day. It could have been for you that, I don't know if you did, but like you might have gone, do you know what, I'm not working today. Yeah, 100% I didn't work. But that could be a massive win. Yeah. Because how many times have you tried to work through it and carried on because you feel guilty if you're not there for your clients or not there for people, and you're like, oh, but they need me. Yeah, but do they need you when you like can barely move? Yeah. Or you can't work? Like, they need you when you're like functioning and you can help them. Like, you're better off taking that time off. So it's a win that you've actually done that and looked after yourself to then be able to go and help your clients later on in life. Exactly. All the week. Later on in life. 20 years time. Yeah. I'll be back in 20 years. Taking a 20-year break. See you then. 20-year breakdown. I'll be back. Yeah. But yeah, I suppose learn to respond and not react to those off days. Mm-hmm. So this is where the change actually happens. So the common reaction cycle is you slip, you feel guilty, you then end up in that feeling shameful about it. You then have that mindset of, oh, well, screw it, I'm just going to quit and I'm going to give up. Change that cycle to, you have a little slip up, get curious about it. What happened? Why did I have that slip up? Then you make the adjustment and then you continue on. Yeah. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Actually ask yourself in that moment, you've had a chocolate bar, zoom out for a second, go, has the world ended because I've eaten that chocolate bar? No. Is anyone else going to die because you've eaten that chocolate bar? No. Have you died? No. Okay. We're fine. We're okay. We're absolutely. Okay. And then you can be like,
did I actually want that? Was there, like you said earlier, was there a reason why I had it? Because sometimes you do just want a chocolate bar, right?
Yeah.
There's so many times where I'm like, okay, I'm not bored, I don't miss anyone, I'm not lonely, I can't even think of anything else. But all of those things, I think about it and then go, no, you know what? Today, I just want a chocolate bar.
Yeah. And you know what? I love those times as well. Because I always like crave like a Whisper Gold, or it's like an orange twirl, like some of my favourites. Or mini eggs when they're out. But
they are now. It's January. They're always out in January now. Oh, I had a bag last week. I couldn't resist. So I was going to eat half one day and leave the half for the other, and I didn't inherit the whole bag.
You can't. There's no moderation with mini eggs. Just don't listen to this whole podcast now. We'll take all back. There's no moderation with mini eggs.
No, there isn't. But I didn't quit and I didn't stop running. I didn't stop eating healthy,
exactly.
or what I normally eat just because I ate a bag of mini eggs. Yeah. Like I continued my life how I normally do.
Exactly. There's no guilt. There's no shame.
Absolutely not. Like who's guilty around eating mini eggs? Man, the mini egg bar is more dangerous for me. Like the big, massive one. I could inhale that whole thing, and it's got 2,000 calories in it. However, not going to do that yet.
But like when I actually really crave it and there is nothing else going on and you just actually really want it and you eat it, it's the most satisfying thing. Because it's like, I just really wanted to taste my favourite chocolate.
Yeah.
And then you eat it and you think, that was really damn good.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to watch my TV programme and sit there and be really happy about it.
Crack on in life. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing, isn't it? Like, you didn't feel guilty about it because you actually enjoyed it.
Yeah. Whereas I think actually when you are like bored or that something else is going on, you actually, like I do sometimes get that guilt from it because I didn't actually really want it. And I think that's a lot of time when I speak to clients, it's the same thing. Like they'll know that they're not actually hungry and it is because of something else. And they're like, I didn't even enjoy it. Like I didn't even want it. And that's when like guilt's because like, why did I do it? Because I didn't even want it.
Yeah.
Whereas actually when you start to work on those things, the emotional eating, etc., and then you actually do eat it because you do want it, it is such a different experience.
Yeah, massively. Yeah, because you're actually paying attention to what you're eating rather than probably eating it mindlessly.
It's like you've got control over your eating rather than your eating's got control of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I think, like you say, it takes so long to get out of the mindset when you're in that mindset. But once you do, it's so liberating and so much nice and such a nicer way to live.
Definitely. So yeah, I suppose kind of moving nicely into like healing your relationship with your body, and you don't actually talk about the self-worth stuff. You don't actually have to love your body necessarily to take care of it.
Right.
I think actually the more you start to take care of it, the more you then start to love your body.
Yeah.
Because then you start thinking, oh, I start to feel a bit better. Oh, it's actually really nice focusing on me and doing things for me, and then you actually start to respect yourself a little bit more. I think. Yeah,
and you start doing more for yourself, right? And it's not selfish.
No.
Like, you're allowed to do stuff for yourself. Like, I always find, like, sometimes I think, am I being selfish? And then I think, no, because actually I'm going to be in a better mood if I'm around people if I've done what I needed to do first. Like, people, mum and that will be like, oh, like, we want to go out, like, and do this. And I'm like, all right, can I go for a run first? And then we can go. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. But when people start getting used to you doing that kind of thing, they don't even like question it. They just go, oh, okay, yeah, probably expected you to do that. Or, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, it's not being selfish.
I think if you explain to people as well, like, I want to go out and do that run before because I know that's going to help me to feel so much better. Like, and then I'm going to be better mood chatting with you all and stuff. Yeah. It's only going to be 20 minutes. Is that okay? Oh yeah, sure. That's going to help you to feel better. Yeah, go for it. And then we can, crack on with things. Like,
yeah, obviously if it's something urgent, it's a bit different. But if you say like, do you just mind if I go and do this for half an hour and then come and do that? Because I'd love to join you. Yeah. But I really want to get this done fast. Yeah. They're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, 100%. I know it's hard. I know you don't have kids. So, like, we can't relate in terms of parents. And I appreciate, obviously, a lot of parents always put their kids first and stuff. And I know to a certain extent you have to. Yeah. To keep them alive, and you are literally. But I think also, in some ways, I suppose, like you were saying, like getting the kids to join in with you, like, them seeing you prioritise yourself and look after and respect yourself is also going to help them to do that as they get older as well. Yeah. Like, if they always see you putting yourself down and not prioritising yourself and always being burnt out and stuff, like, they're going to think that's the norm of the way that they should be. Whereas actually, if you're like, I need just 5 minutes from you, I'm going to do this, or just little things you put in place, which I'm not saying is really easy, but I think that they then model that, don't they? That kind of behaviour.
Absolutely. You might go through a season of parenting that's really difficult and you might not do that as much, but then you'll get to a season where you can do that.
Yeah.
You have to remember these seasons will come and go, but the more that they see you do all these things, the more that they think that's normal. Like, you know, like me and you were both brought up in homes where our parents cooked. Yeah. Barely had a takeaway. I have more takeaways now than I ever did when I was a kid.
No, same.
And so did my parents. But we barely ever had takeaways.
Yeah.
One, probably because I couldn't afford it when there was 4 of us, like all of us together. But like 1, 2, because they want to put good stuff in our body. And like, I'm so used to making stuff that I barely have a takeaway. Like I might go out for dinner, but like now I'm like, oh no, actually, like I could just make that in like 10 minutes rather than waiting like an hour for a takeaway.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
But we're brought up like that. I was never brought up. I think I went to McDonald's for a party once when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I feel like a right imposter going into McDonald's because I've got no fucking idea what I'm doing.
No.
Like, but we weren't brought up to go into places like that. Whereas if you are, that is your norm.
It's hard, isn't it? I think I feel really, really grateful that I was brought up that way. And that's probably why we do what we do and we're in this industry, right? But that was our normal. Like, we were brought up on, I was always brought, have your fruit after eating your dinner. You know, like eating your vegetables, really important, always giving loads of broccoli and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. And so it's just ingrained in me. Whereas it's totally understandable for people that weren't brought up like that. Like Sam wasn't brought up like that. Like he had a lot of frozen meals, other meals, things like that. And I just think it's so much harder then to make the changes because it's completely abnormal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not your norm at all.
No. So as much as we've not been fully there, we can totally appreciate.
Yeah.
It's so difficult.
Yeah, massively, because it's just turning over. I tried to say whatever I tried to say yesterday on that podcast then. I don't know what it is. Anyway, but it's completely changing your life around, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, my parents used to try and get me to eat an apple at school, and the apple would walk to school with me and it would walk home with me every day until eventually I'd eat it. I'm like, come on a little trip with me, apple. One day I will eat you, I promise. But yes, it was always like actually quite balanced. Like I'd have like a tuna wrap, I'd have an apple, and then I'd have a chocolate bar.
Yeah, I think mine was a sandwich, bag of crisps. I think it was like a chocolate bar and a piece of fruit, but that was kind of the vibe, wasn't it?
That is a normal lunch.
That was a normal lunch, and then it was like a bowl of cereal for breakfast.
Yeah. I'd have a croissant. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not like the perfection of health, but it was like that's kind of what
home
it was.
cooked meals in the evening was probably the healthiest
100%.
thing that we had.
Yeah.
Like, the rest of it, I think, how did I get through school on a croissant? Like, oh my gosh, if I ever have kids, they're having like oats. Definitely. They're going to have oats or eggs or pancakes or like homemade pancakes. Yeah. But like something like that to actually fuel them through the day. Like, how did my brain function?
Yeah.
And then like you could barely have water. Like I remember when we were kids, like we didn't have bottles of water. Got to like year 5 and they were like, oh, you can have a bottle of water and it'd be at the back on the sink. And you know, he'd get up and get it whenever you wanted. But I barely ever would get up. No. How did we function?
I don't know.
Because if I haven't got water now, I just am a mess.
Same. It feels like it's a limb. My bottle of water is like my fifth limb.
Literally. I go around with it everywhere. I turn up to people's houses, they're like, do you want a drink? I'm like, oh no, I've got my water.
Yeah,
and I could think, should I bring this with me? Because I just bought it. It's just natural for me to bring it wherever I am. So I'm like, oh, well, I've got my bottle.
But also, in a way, you're saving them because otherwise I'm like, can I have another glass of water? Can I have another glass of water?
Yeah.
Whereas if you just bring your big bottle up, you can just sit there and sip and no one has to do anything.
And also, some people have really scabby water. Depends on where you go. And that's not their fault. It just because where they live, you know? Like, whereas I know my water tastes nice. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, really digressed there a little bit. But yeah. But yeah, so you don't have to love your body to care for it.
No.
You can create the respect before you gain the love. And just like you can do loads of little things like we've been saying to support your health without like waiting to feel confident.
Yeah.
Like, confidence will come,
yeah,
but it could be a while before you get there.
Yeah.
And again, that's okay and that is normal. All right. So movement and nutrition are acts of care. They're not a punishment. They're not a chore. Find something that you love doing.
Mm.
Like we said, even if you build it up 10 minutes a day to 20 minutes to half an hour, like whatever works for you, remember it's good for you and your body loves it.
I just want to say, I don't know if I mentioned it on the other podcast. It's kind of related, but kind of not. You know the app that I've now like obsessed with?
Yeah,
Rest-Me?
Rest-Me, which we both downloaded, and you're like, oh, I've downloaded this app. It's like, oh, I downloaded that last week. I just haven't had a chance to look at it yet. But Em's actually obsessed.
I'm actually obsessed, right? But one thing is kind of related is like, I think we were talking about like joy and actually enjoying things. Like, I'm actually so excited to go home because I've saved so many recipes into this new app. So basically what it is you can, when you're on like TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or screenshotting things, you pause all of the recipes that you want into this one app, and then you can use it to, you can see how excited I am about this. You can then use it to like make a meal plan, and then you can also have like a shopping list and stuff from it, which I just think is brilliant, because where like everyone is saving recipes in different places and then you're never actually going in there and using them.
Or if you do, you have to flick back and forth. Oh, so
yeah,
annoying.
exactly.
Yeah, where's that recipe gone that I was looking for?
That's it. Like I have a meal plan like in my kitchen, but I go in there like, right, that's what I'm having for dinner on Monday. I found that on Pinterest, so I write like Pinterest, I know where to go look for it. Then it's Tuesday, like that's in that recipe book, so I write that on there so I remember where to find. Do you know what I mean? It's just long. Whereas like with this, it's just like I open up my app, there'll be all that, and there's like Marry Me lentils in there I saw the other day, which really nice. There's so many good recipes, and now I'm just really excited to like try all these new recipes. But you know, like joyful, but also nutritionally balanced as well.
Yeah,
and it's just like
it's nice when you find something new that gives you the fire to want to go and do that and cook and stuff. Like especially if you find it hard or whatever. But I'm excited to look at it too because I find it really difficult to go and cook things for myself. Like, but with that, I'm like, oh, this makes it easier because, like you say, it just bangs it into a shopping list. I don't have to think about, oh god, got to get that, got that, add this, add that.
Exactly, it does it all for you.
Does it? Yeah, sounds good.
Anyway, slightly unrelated, but I just thought I need to pop that in there.
But yeah, definitely, 100%. So I think we need to start creating safety, because when you feel safe, your body starts changing and you start making those things. Again, this could take you a few years before you get to it. Yeah. So many clients that don't do anything for ages and then eventually bang, they're like, oh, I can do this now. Yeah. But is that because they've created more safety? Probably. Yeah. Now we live in a world where it's like we're chronically stressed. Yeah. And cortisol is high. So working on the nervous system, like you've said, like you've been working on yours, like is going to help you feel 10 times better. And it's going to give you potentially give you more control around what you eat, how you eat, why you eat, and doing the exercise. And when you start feeling safer, your body you gain trust with your body to be able to do all those things. Definitely. It's all about calm consistency rather than extreme intensity. I like that. And that's very true. Yeah, very absolutely. True. Like, and the more like your body you feel shame, the more your nervous system. Oh my god! Someone help me. The more your nervous system is in fight or flight. Yes, definitely. But that's what I'm doing right now. Body's in fight or flight. Like, can't talk. Dysregulated. Yes, you need to regulate the nervous system. And yeah, I suppose things to ask yourself is, does this approach make me feel supported or pressured? And you want to make sure that it makes you feel supported rather than under a lot of pressure. Yeah. If it feels like you're doing something because you're punishing yourself, it's not going to last. No. Like, I think sometimes people think when they're like trying to make changes that they need someone in their corner going, why did you do that? Being really nasty and stuff. But there's proven like evidence that doesn't work. Yeah. That's not good for people at all. And that's the thing, like I will question my clients. I'll be like, what made you do that? Why did you do that? Yeah. So you think about your actions. Yeah. But you're not. But I'm not like, oh wow, you did that, like that shit of you. Like, yeah. That means like, okay, well we figured out why you've done that. Like now how next time can we maybe change our approach or look at something different? Yeah. Like it's still good to question it, just not in that military style, shitty, terrible way that makes someone feel guilty and horrible and crap. Yeah, definitely. It might help a couple of times, but long term it's not going to help. No. Because it's going to put you into that guilt shame cycle. But someone else is going to be doing it and then you're going to start doing it. And that's where that all comes from, isn't it? Like, oh, I've done it. Right, we've all spoken about. So yeah, we need to get away from that punishment idea. Yeah. For sure. Because otherwise you're going to go around in circles. That's it, definitely. So I think we just need to think, like, wherever you are in this process, you're not behind.
Yeah.
You don't need to keep starting over. I'm going to do it again on Monday. I'm going to do it in the new year. I'm going to do it again next month. No, we don't need to do that. We can do something small tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or today, depending on how late in the day it is.
Yeah.
You don't have to earn your health. You don't have to earn anything.
No.
Like, you don't have to, like, if you eat a cookie, you don't have to go for a run.
Mm-mm.
You don't have to go and do exercise because you've eaten something, like, to burn it off. You don't have to earn your calories by going for a run and then going, oh, now I can eat that. Yeah. Like, none of that. You do not need to do that to get where you want to go.
No.
And so many people say shit like that around me, and I'm like, stop.
I know.
Don't say that. You do not need to do that, or I can only have this because of that. No,
I deserve
you can
to eat
have
that
it.
now.
Like, I'm allowed that. No, you're always allowed that.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. But yeah, so you do not need to earn your health, and you can move forward without carrying the shame with you. Yeah. Again, we said it might take time, but eventually, as long as you're consistent, you keep doing it, you keep chipping away at it, like Rome wasn't built in a day, you will get there.
Absolutely. The goal isn't a perfect body, it's a peaceful relationship with yourself and a peaceful relationship with your habits. Just a peaceful nervous system.
Yeah.
That is the goal.
Absolutely. And when you get there, it's so nice.
Definitely. I'm still working on it, but we'll get there.
But we're always going to be working on it.
We're all going to be working on it. Absolutely, because there's always going to be stresses and things that happen that completely knock your nervous system out of whack, even if you've worked really hard to protect it.
Absolutely.
There's always going to be things that happen in life. Like, life is full of ups and downs.
100%.
So,
there's things coming at you all the time that you don't know about. Like, you know, you think of those people in Ukraine, they were having a great, happy life, and now look at their country.
Yeah.
They didn't know that was coming.
No.
So many different things that other people can influence that happens to you as to why you might need to adapt, move, do something different.
Yeah.
But you will adapt, and you can adapt, and there is, if you want to, actually. You have to want to.
You have to want to make change. If you are not in a place where you really want to do it, you will not do it. No. That is also okay. I think also accepting that's like, again, you can get into that guilt and shame of beating yourself up because, oh, you'll make the change, but can't do it. Well, you're probably not ready to do it then. Mm-hmm. Maybe give yourself a month and see where you're at then.
Yeah.
And then go revisit. Am I actually really ready to make this change now? Yeah, I feel that desire now more so. Okay, go for it now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Everyone's on a whole different timeline to one another. Like,
absolutely.
You've got to do what's best for you. Awesome.
Let's wrap it up there. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Producer ourselves.
Did you forget that we're still recording?
Still recording. We say this after every one. Whilst we end up with like, oh, that was a good one. Even if we do think so. But anyway.
We just like to chat.
Hope you found that helpful in some ways. And thank you so much for listening. Please reach out to us if you have any questions what we discussed today on our socials. If you've got a number, if you are in any of our groups. And our email address is fitgirlswhoeat93@gmail.com. If you have any podcast recommendations or anything you'd like us to talk about, let us know.
Also, if you do like our podcast and you'd like to like it, share it, do all those things, write a little review on it, subscribe, whatever it is you can do. I know, I just suddenly thought when you were saying that, oh my God, why don't I say this at the end? Please
like and subscribe and share, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Please
and thank you.
If a woman, if you listen to this and think, I know someone that could do listening to that, send it to them.
Definitely.
Please. We're nearly at 1,000 listens.
We're almost there. All right, thanks guys, and we will catch you in the next one.
See you later.